All right, here we are back inside of Benson, the copywriting tool that we can use to build out all sorts of campaigns, email and sales pages, video scripts, etc., with the use of AI. And in today's video, we're going to be working on the eye doctor account that I built out a couple of videos ago, and we're going to create a new project in just a moment. But in case this is the first time you're watching a video, let me kind of give you an outline of how this all works. So the very first thing is that we create a blueprint, and we created this blueprint simply by grabbing some general text off of an eye doctor's website, and it populated all of these different types of areas that the business might speak to when it comes to copy. Now, in most cases, we think that the business really needs to be talking about itself and its specific offers and, the conveniences or the qualifications, etc., of the business. And the fact is that most effective copy is actually not about the business, but about the customer or the prospective customer. And so, as you'll see, there's a lot of material in here that is really speaking to the buyer. So let me just give you sort of an overview. There's the bio of, in this case, the doctor, the eye doctor, some of their history, their backstory. We haven't had occasion to have to fill this in yet because none of the copy that we've built out so far has required that. Really, that's a very limited amount of information compared to the stuff that we want to cover when it comes to the buyer, the person who we're selling to. And so this is, a sort of an overview of the different areas that we're going to want to speak to, their primary goal, getting better vision, secondary goal, so they can see things and move around and be an effective member of society. Those types of things are the things that we want to put in here. Their dreams, their promises, the things that they're complaining about or have problems with, primary and secondary, meaning the thing that is most obvious, but in fact, when this gets addressed, this also gets addressed. Or when this is a problem, it also creates this problem. Negative statistics, objections, habits that they have, consequences of those habits, common enemies. And these are all things that we speak to in great detail in the copy. And again, this was all built out automatically simply by understanding who the audience is and what the business serves. Then we go back to sort of some of the general company details, what their specific offer is, and we'll fill those in on an as-needed basis as we go through the projects. So now let's go over to a project and create one. And I'm going to go ahead and select the eye doctor blueprint. There we go. And what do we want to do today? I hadn't really thought about this in advance, so let's go ahead and work on something like, I don't know, let's do a webinar. I don't know too many eye doctors who do webinars, so this is going to be kind of fascinating. And you'll see that it says here 41 different sections to fill in. So let me just bring this over to you so you can see eye doctor webinar. And again, this is just a placeholder made up business. It's not really one that we're actually using this tool for. It's simply to show you how this all works. Now, you'll see there's 41 different sections, and webinars can be, pretty extensive, especially if it's a sales webinar where it's built to teach something, but then convince the audience that there's more to be done once they've learned that. And so you'll see that there are questions, probably not with all of these, but with many of them, for some additional information to be added. And there's a few things that we can do. We can either choose to add it, so I can say, I can fill this in, and when I fill these in, it will go back and update. Remember the things in the blueprint that we're missing? It will start to update some of those things. So in this case, let's see if I lost that. I didn't save it. So, okay. So eye doctor. And what is the title of the webinar? And if you leave this blank, then Benson will probably come up with something. So, I don't know, avoiding glaucoma, and I have no idea how to spell glaucoma, so there we go, glaucoma for men over 55. I have no idea anything about this this niche in general. So, okay, do I have a nickname in the industry? No, I don't. So I'm going to hit continue and then hit the magic button, and it's going to start building out both the slides, telling me what should be on the slide, as well as the text. So you can see it's saying, here's the slide, welcome to Avoiding Glaucoma for Men Over 55. Hey everyone, welcome to the workshop today, Avoiding Glaucoma for Men Over 55, how to maintain and improve clear vision by following this that's optometry system. I'm John Smythe, eye doctor here at Hawthorne Vision Center, and sometimes known in the eye care world as the Vision Care Guru. So that was, remember, it was asking for that nickname. Now we can change any of this. But it's giving us an overview of sort of what's the introduction. Now you can see it's giving us some additional slides to continue going on. It's building this out, and this is really the sort of psychological structure. Is these slides in this order, and this is not just sort of coming out of nowhere. This is modeled after a proven structure for webinars. I think it's by John Benson, but also informed by people like Jason Fladlin and other folks who have sold millions upon millions of dollars using webinars. So just like with all of the other tools, I can go back and I can say, this is a little too formal or informal, casual, and so I want to increase the formality. And I can go through here and I can say, I'd like to kill the hype or kill the poetry, make it more serious, make it more professional sounding. But in this case, I think I'm going to go with, kill the poetry, which simplifies the copy. And so you'll see again, we're here to talk about how you can keep and even improve your clear vision by following this optometry system. I'm so-and-so. I'm sometimes called the Vision Guru, not to brag, but that's one reason you're here today and why you should give me your full attention for the next hour or so. And you can see it's also embedded with a little bit of neuro-linguistic programming structure in the way that some of these sentences are phrased. So let's say that we now like this. I'm going to go ahead and replace the original one with that one. I didn't see too many differences, and let's hit save and we'll move on to the next section. So the testimonials. Now, again, if we have stuff to put in here, we then can put testimonials in. But in this case, I don't have any testimonials. So I'm going to put them in or start building this out, and you'll notice that it's going to make up testimonials if I don't have them. And so we want to make sure that we don't use the made-up testimonials, but it's a good placeholder, so I'll just hit save, and then we'll move on to the next section. You can see how quickly this is building it out, but knowing the structure is really half the battle here, is being able to effectively have a structure, an outline, a framework for a webinar that's going to be impactful in teaching something, educating the audience, giving them valuable information on which to then make a decision. So in this case, I'll go ahead and hit save, and I can go through all of the 41 of these, and you'll see that there's things like a bonus and the various closes and calls to action and things. Some of these may or may not be appropriate to the particular type of webinar that we're doing. Let's say this is not an online product offer. This is something more along the lines of a local business. Well, you see, I have the option if I want, and I'm going to just, let's do this with close number 5, to just hit a permanent deletion of that slide or that section, and I can delete it completely. I can also, remember, I'm going to copy and paste all of these and put them somewhere else in a text file somewhere else, and so I can do further editing and take things out that I don't want, that are not appropriate for my business type if I want. But this gives me lots of flexibility. So I can go through and build out each one. I can refine the sections. I can change the wording, or I can go and take the initial output, copy it, paste it into a Word doc or a Google doc, and do what I want in terms of editing from that point on. But you can see how very simple it is to build out this based on proven frameworks. Let me show you one more, just to go back here to the project creator. Now we have all different types of things. You can see there's 6 full pages right now, and we're getting more and more of these frameworks coming to us on a regular basis. But we've done advertorials before. We have done a whole bunch of playing around with emails before. Let's say this is not really something that you're going to get, but a bonus. Oops, I have to select the doctor's eye doctor. Okay, and remember I said as we were in that webinar, bonuses are not really a common thing that you're going to find from an eye doctor. But let's give it a try. So eye doctor bonuses and see what we get, because I have no idea what types of bonus offer we might find from a doctor. So let's go ahead and hit the magic button, and it's going to suggest to us bonuses. So there's different categories, it looks like. The first one is a physical product bonus, a digital product bonus. And so the first one is an easy reader blue light glasses pack. Keep your eyes protected with the stylish set of 2 blue light glasses. Kind of interesting, and those are probably something that could be reasonably cheap for a doctor to have if they want to include those in a service. Comfy Vision Pack includes a sleep mask, eye drops, and lens cleaner. So that's something that you might get as a sort of gift when you buy a pair of glasses anyway. That's kind of cool. So, it's coming up with some interesting ideas, some of which are more appropriate than others in terms of the type of business here. But let's say you're doing a webinar or you're building out an offer and you say, I have no idea what kind of bonus to include. Well, now we have 24 ideas here. And let's take a look at the other one, because I don't know the difference between the two of these. But there's 2 different bonus types. So this isn't categorized the same way that the other one is, but it's giving us a bunch of different bonus ideas here as well. So structured in different ways, obviously from different sources in terms of how they think about the bonuses. So there you go. Now we know of ideas to consider in terms of a bonus that we might include when we do that webinar special offer for the eye doctor. And again, I'm making all this up, but you can see how simply using a business that you go, well, that's not commonly done in that industry. You can get very creative and useful answers from running them through these different tools here inside of Benson. So once again, what we did was we created, let's go back to the projects. We created a webinar here, and then we looked at some bonuses here to see what types of bonuses might be included if we wanted to build them out or put some physical packs of things together or build education bonuses out. Could be included inside of that webinar as part of that offer for the webinar audience who decided to go ahead and buy. They could also get access to those bonuses, or they could get access if they responded in a certain amount of time, etc. And so there's all kinds of different ways that you can incentivize a purchase. And bonuses are absolutely one of the best ways to get people to act now, to act quickly on an offer. So that's pretty much it for this video. We've covered a lot of ground here in terms of talking about how the blueprints are built out, and then the different types of projects that you can create, and then how you can jump from one project to another to help inform some of the things that you might use. In this case, we were talking about bonuses that you might use to promote an offer inside of a webinar. Listen, if you're interested in using Benson for yourself or for your clients, do by all means check it out through my link. My link is aicopycub.com, and you can get the best offer available from Benson at this moment.